everyone, welcome back to VRC 1000. This is lesson number 7 of module number 6, paragraph completion number 1. Now with respect to paragraph completion, there are two problems. Two problems not for you, but for me. The problem number 1 is paragraph completion is something that the CAT introduced in the year 2022, which was last year. Till then, you had this question, which is odd sentence in a paragraph. Now in 2023, given the trend, is very likely that it's going to be paragraph completion. I'm just saying very likely, don't come and kill me if that didn't happen, because we'll obviously deal with odd sentence as well, but they have this paragraph completion. What that means is in CAT 2022, each slot had 2 questions. The total number of questions available to us are 6 questions. Now what has been our pedagogy so far? The pedagogy so far is, first what we do is look at the actual CAT, understand the CAT, learn from the CAT, and then apply to whatever other questions and other things, whatever is available. Because that way our learning will be absolutely strong, because we are learning what the CAT actually tests and creating skills based on that, as supposed to first we learn from somewhere, some sort of question, and then we try and apply to the CAT, actual CAT passages. In this case, what is likely going to happen is that hopefully whatever is the content that we are using to learn, that content we are assuming is aligned to the CAT, but then we are applying to the CAT. What if our learning is gone for a toss? Therefore, this is an amazing sort of approach. The only thing that we won't have enough CAT questions for practice, but why do we need? We have got all the mocks and all material that is available to apply it. That's what you're going to do. So in that case, when we had paragraph jumble, we had a lot of questions to deal with. I did not pick all of them. Paragraph summary, we had a lot of questions to deal with, learn from. So I did not pick all of them. I only picked very few. Others I will use that in the test doses. Yeah, but you'll do it for sure. Some question we are reserving to apply later, right? But when it comes to paragraph jumble, we don't have enough questions. So the question for me is, should I actually recreate question? I thought that anyway I have to do it for strategy lessons, for the test doses, for those things. Anyway, I have to create it. But from the learning perspective, let's stick to whatever we can learn from the 6th question, right? Let's start from there. The second thing was this. So you're given a sentence and there is a paragraph. You have to look at where the sentence fit in the paragraph on these blanks that are given to us. Correct? Now the choice is, should I read the sentence first and then read the paragraph and fit in? Or should I first read the paragraph, forget the sentence, and then go and look at the sentence where it fits in? I've tried both. Obviously, on last year, when this was kind of a surprise, practically because the CAT never revealed they're going to ask this kind of question, especially for those taking slot number 1, even for those taking slot number 2, because they did not see the question before, and they had to decide at that point in time. Now, I also had to do it. And now that we have got a little time, I've tried both. With the 6th question, I went back again and looked at it, looked at the question again and again and again and again and again and again, tried everything and looked at which is the thing that is consistently working in all the 6 questions. The thing that was consistently working in all the 6 questions was sentence first and then paragraph next. That's what I'll recommend. Because the way in which I'm going to approach this is based on these knowledge, echo words, pronouns, signals, essentially zooming in. So whatever is the learning that we have got about paragraph, about unity, coherence and cohesion, those are the learning I want to apply, and I felt that going with that particular process of reading the sentence first was more useful, helpful and quicker, almost get the answer correctly. So this is my process. Okay, and this is a process that I'll recommend to you. Of course, you have no choice, but if you're following my course, then you follow my process, you trust me, my process, and then you apply it to yourself and you see that that process actually works. So first what we'll do is we'll read the sentence. What we want to do with reading the sentence is find the idea of the sentence. What is the sentence trying to tell? What is the sentence about? In that case, we'll obviously look at, is there any sort of, we don't know echo words for sure. Echo has to happen with the paragraph. But at least, is there any pronouns used? Are there any signal words? Kind of helps us there, okay? Then we go read the paragraph. Now, obviously I'm reading the paragraph. What I'm going to do is whenever I find a blank, I want to pause at that particular blank and check the purpose. Fit the purpose. Will that sentence fit in this particular blank? Okay, it doesn't make any sense. And keep checking like that, and eventually mark the answer. That is going to be my approach. And mind you, all this is going to work. Zooming in, the idea is to zoom in the paragraph. There is echoes, we look at pronouns, we look at signals. Sometimes we can see blocks, right? So, I'm going to use, since like I told you, out of the 6 questions, 3 I've already used in various lessons that I put in. So, we will go back and look at the same 3 questions that we have used already to just check this process. That's it. We have solved those questions, but we look at it in the new light, which is checking the process. This is another learning that you must have, right? Some people, most of you, I'm sure you included probably, will say that I have solved this question once, and then will say that I have finished solving it. But have you finished learning? When you look at the second time, can I pick up something else? You can always pick more learning. Obviously, you should know what is that you're looking at. This time, we are just looking at whether this process works. So, one other thing, when you look at these purposes, right, of a particular sentence, it could be any of these. It could be to introduce a topic. The sentence provides an opening or sets a stage for the discussion that follows. It could provide a main idea or a claim. The sentence presents a central point argument that the rest of the text will focus on. It could be something that offers supporting evidence or examples. Sentence gives specific details, facts, or anecdotes to back up a claim or main data. It could be a sentence that explains or elaborates something. The sentence helps clarify a concept, argument, or idea by offering further information or context. It could be a compare or contrast. The sentence highlights similarities or differences between 2 or more ideas, concept, or argument. It could indicate cause and effect. The sentence shows how one event, situation, or idea leads to or influenced by another one. It could be something that presents a counter argument or an objection. The sentence introduces an opposing viewpoint or potential criticism of the main idea or claim. It could refute the counter argument after stating the argument objection, then is refuting it, responds to or disproves the counter argument objection, or it's like addressing the counter argument. Put an argument, counter argument, addressing it. It could help transition between ideas. The sentence connects different ideas, arguments, or sections of a text to maintain a coherence and flow. Or it could be a sentence that summarizes stuff, concludes things. Sentence that wraps up the discussion by restating, very important. For this to happen, the main point should have already been discussed earlier. Restating key points, summarizing findings, or offering final thoughts. Okay. Now let's look at this question. We have already solved it, but we are just looking at the process. Okay, we are given a sentence. We have the paragraph. We have the blank. What is our process? Our process is to read the sentence first. Sentence says, easing the anxiety and pressure of having a big day is part of the appeal of many couples who marry in secret. They're talking about what? Many couples who marry in secret. Okay. They have an appeal. What is the appeal for marrying in secret? Is that they want to ease anxiety and pressure of having a big day. So there are couples who marry secret marriage. Why? Because they want to reduce anxiety and reduce pressure. So the idea of this particular sentence is giving us a reason for why a certain couple marry in secret. It's giving a reason. Immediately, it could probably be the start. If it's a starting sentence, then everything else should discuss this. Go, zoom in. If it is in the middle, it is probably zooming in from somewhere else, right? So we'll keep reading, right? Now we understood the sentence. Now let's read the paragraph. Wedding season is upon us, and after 2 years of COVID chaos that saw nuptials scale back, you may think the temptation would be to go all out. Now Then check, why would it come here? Where is it? What is the relation to this sentence? You're talking about wedding season is back again. And the temptation would be to go all out. So this one is out. So out of these blanks, blank number one is gone. And there is a transition that is happening, a single word that is used, but. So which means it's like temptation would be to go all out. Now it is contrasting that instead of expanding the guest list, many couples are opting to have secret ceremonies. Now immediately, you've read this sentence before. And we know that this echoes, right? This echoes. With COVID cases numbers remaining high and the cost of living crisis meaning that many couples are feeling the pinch, and no wonder that some are less than eager to send out invents. Same conversation. It zoomed in. Okay, then definitely 2 can be a place where the conversation can happen. Definitely. Easy anxiety and pressure of having a big day is part of the appeal of many couple who marry in secret. Okay. So the 2 is a shortlisted candidate for the position. We'll first shortlist. Plus, now is adding on, it can't hurt in celebrity circles. Now it is moved zoomed couples, celebrities couples. Already zoomed in. So now we can't get back and put couples here. The 3 is gone. So we have already, the 3 is gone, it's already zoomed in. We know that at this point in time, answer has to be 2. We'll just check. I would definitely say that secret weddings are becoming more common. Says Landis Bijar, the founder of a therapy practice with specialization in helping brides and grooms manage wedding stress. People are looking for ways to get out of the spotlight and avoid pomp and circumstance of wedding. Okay, now you say that, okay, 4 could be a place. Easing anxiety could be there. But unfortunately, there is a conversation that is starting. Conversation that is ending. So why would one get it there? They just want to get the part where they are married. This is something they just want to get to the part where they are married. There's a different conversation than this, which is talking about specific reason as to why they want to marry in secret, which reduce the pressure. Here is talking about a very different point, which is about avoiding the pomp and circumstances of the wedding, making it, they don't want all the ding bang. They just want to just get married. So the conversation cannot get involved. The only fitment, that is at number 2. This is what we'll do. This will work again. We solve this question. Okay. You could just pause the video here and try it for yourself. You could do that. But we have solved it before. We start by reading the sentence. This. Nice. The sentence needs signal. It cannot be the start, but unfortunately there is no blank in position number 1. This was years in the making. Something was years in the making. But, okay, transition is happening within the sentence. Fast track during the pandemic, when people started becoming more mindful about their food. He explained, they've got a pronoun. You've got a demonstrative pronoun as well. So we need a he. So that these sentences definitely need a support about name of a particular person, because that person is explaining it. Secondly, if you look at this particular sentence is talking about the fact that something was years in the making. But it took a lot of years. But it was fast tracked during pandemic. Something happened during pandemic that happened quickly. Okay, we just understood the sentence independently. Leave the sentence there. Let's go to the passage. For millennia, ghee. Okay, now the question is about ghee. Has been venerated staple for the subcontinental diet, but it fell out of favor a few decades ago when saturated fats were largely considered to be unhealthy. Okay, ghee once upon a time was awesome, but these days is gone. But we can't fit in there. We don't have a he. Okay, so 1 is definitely gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 is definitely gone. But more recently, lot of shifts. As the thinking around saturated fats is shifting globally, Indians are finding their own way back into this ingredient that is so integral to the cuisine. They're coming back to ghee. We still can put it because we found that we have got a he. So this is gone. From Karmarkar, a renewed interest in ghee is emblematic of a return to basic a return to basic movement in India. It coming back, so give a lot of favor. He came back. It's kind of emblematic for a return to basic movement. Okay, so 3 could be a short list. 2 is out. It's eventually going to be 3 or 4. Here or here, okay? Let's read. Movement to India. And then we check. Okay, this was years in the making, but fast track during the pandemic when people started being more mindful about and make sense. Okay, could be there. This movement also part of an overall trend towards slow food. So that's okay. What does also mean? One more reason. It is zooming in. Okay, it is moving forward. Okay, part of overall trend towards slow food. In keeping with the movement's philosophy, ghee can be produced locally. Now we have gone into ghee production. Zoomed in to ghee's production and has inextricable cultural ties. We gone into culture. How will I put this here? This was years in the making. During the pandemic, when people started being mindful about the food, he explained, but it's about culture. It's about mindful about their food. It's about culture. At a basic level, ghee is a type of clarified butter believed to have originated in India as a way to preserve butter for going rancid in a whole climate. So we can't put it here. Answer choice is 3. See? It will work. Let's do one more. This is something that we have already done. We have done this. But we'll have to understand the process. Process is what? Read the sentence first. This is what has worked for me. I'm telling you consistently for all the 6 questions. So it has worked consistently for the 6th question. I'm guessing in the 7th question this will work. Okay. Telling you. It will work. This will work. We need to have processes. Okay. We'll read the sentence. Having made citizens more or less knowledgeable, more and less knowledgeable than their predecessors, the internet has provided to be both blessing and a curse. Great. He's talking about what about internet? Internet has got positive as well as negative, right? Why? Because of what? Knowledge. They made more knowledgeable, also less knowledgeable. So internet has got positive and negative. Okay, some statement of internet. Okay, this could be a great start for a conversation. Unfortunately, we don't have a blank. We'll keep reading. Never before has a population, nearly all of whom has enjoyed at least a secondary school education, been exposed to so much information, whether in newspaper and magazine or through YouTube, Google and Facebook. Okay, let's check. Why are we talking about blessing and a disguise? Having made more knowledgeable. They were exposed so much information. There are exposed, only talking about more. Where is less? This doesn't make sense. And again, there's a yet here. Yet it is not clear that people are today more knowledgeable than their barely literate predecessors. Anyways, other thing that this yet is good because this is getting connected from not clear. People are more knowledgeable because it is coming from a positive statement, being exposed to so much information. Let it be there. Second of all, we saw echo. Knowledgeable. Okay, the conversation 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is definitely out. 1 is out. Contemporary advances in technology offered more serious and inquisitive students access to the realm of knowledge. Previously, this is actually talking about they have got a lot of access. More access. How can I get there? This is like plus. Then we have the word but such readily available knowledge leads many more students away from serious study. This is like talking about a negative. Before that, we need a positive. This has got both positive and negative. Can't be in 2. Let's move forward. The reading of actual text and towards. Sorry, what just happened? I just forgot I was taking class. Suddenly, I was so immersed. It was like me teaching myself. I forgot that you were actually listening to this, and I made this crazier noise. I don't think I'm going to edit it. This kind of thing, I edit this. I'm going to just leave it. I'm sorry. Okay, let's get back. But such ready available knowledge leads many more students away from serious study. The reading of actual text and toward an inability to write effectively and grammatically. He's talking about discussing about negative. Why would I put it here? It has let, okay, then another pronoun, this needs support. It has to have support from a sentence that is prior to it. It has let people choose sources that reinforce their opinion rather than encourage. That is something negative. So if you put after this a negative statement, it doesn't make any sense, because you've got this particular sentence has got both positive as well as negative. You have no place. There is nothing left. When you have eliminated the impossible, whatever remains, however improbable, must be the truth. The point is, we will keep it simple, soldier. Let's keep it simple. We will not do much. We will read the sentence. Right. Everything we have to do in order. That's why I understood. They give a passage first, and then the question, and then the option. We read the passage first, and the question, and the option. Okay. Paragraph summary. The paragraph first, and then the question and the option. We read the paragraph first and the order. We will just read in the order in which the question is given to us. What is given here? Sentence first, paragraph next. So we'll start with the sentence and go to the paragraph. Whatever is the order in which they have given to us, we'll just read in that order. Read the sentence. Get the idea of the sentence. Okay? Keep in mind, is there any pronouns? Is there any signal word that is there? Just keep that in mind. Okay. Keep that by the side. If you want to take a note, you don't need to take a note, but keep it. Read it once, leave it there. Read the paragraph. Pause at the blank. See if it happens. Right? And then check. Can it fit in? So if there is one sentence here, blank here, see if it happened. Let's check the next sentence also quickly. Okay? Okay. And then check the purpose. It is fitting the purpose. There has to be a certain purpose for the particular sentence. Right? Okay, is it explaining something? Is it adding on to something? Is it summarizing something? And then mark the answer. We'll keep this simple, and this should work, and this is what we're going to do. I'll see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.